And just like that, I'm back. I'm going to actually put you guys down so I can get set up and show you. The food processor is right here, and I have a 13 cup. Basically what you want to do is you want to use your big bowl. And I have my blade. Any blade like this will do. You could even somewhat use the plastic blade if your food processors come with a plastic blade and you don't want to use a metal blade on this. You can certainly do that. So my water has already come up to a boil, and it takes like no time when you're boiling. I'm going to set this for 12 minutes. I'm going to check on it in 12 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to set another timer for 5 minutes. And we'll start the pork chops then. So I'm going to gather up the rest of our ingredients. I'm going to flip you guys around again so you guys are facing the refrigerator. And like I said, this recipe will have garlic and it will have cream cheese in it. But if you have Boursin's, if you get Boursin's cheese, the shallot and chive is really good to use. And it tastes pretty good. So I'm just going to get this one out. And I'm going to get some cream cheese out. I'm going to get my Philadelphia cream cheese out. If you're using a Boursin cream cheese, you're going to use less cream cheese. You're only going to use half of this. If you're doing a smaller amount of cauliflower, obviously you're going to want to do even smaller portions. You may only use a quarter of it. You're also going to want a little bit of garlic. This is ready-made garlic that's all ready to go. You don't need to saute this or anything. If you're using fresh garlic, saute it in a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter, just a very little bit of butter for about 2 minutes. But don't burn your garlic. But this has already been done, so I don't really need to worry about cooking this garlic. And you're only going to use about a tablespoon, a teaspoon to a tablespoon, depending on your preference for garlic. So while this is boiling, I got all of the ingredients out, and that's pretty much all there is to a smashed cauliflower. Like I said, you can do this. You want to do this about the same time that you're going to start grilling to have it hot. You don't want to serve this cold. And it will keep a couple of days in the refrigerator. Just heat it slowly that you're not overcooking the cauliflower the next day. So, I'm going to let my cauliflower go for 9 minutes. I've got 2 minutes and I'm going to put the pork chops on the grill, and I'll be back as soon as the cauliflower is finished. Okay, I'm back. I've got 3 minutes left on the timer for the cauliflower. My grill got a little bit away from me and shut up over 600 degrees. It was closing in on 700, but I just put the pork chops on. I'm only doing 3 minutes per side to start because the grill is so hot. They're going to cook a lot quicker than I thought they would. So let's go turn the timer off and let's go flip them and see how they're coming out. And yeah, as you can tell, my grill is over 500 degrees, which is okay for pork. You ideally don't want to go quite that hot. But you can see that the tops are getting done, and I haven't even flipped them yet. So I'm just going to give these a flip. And I'm going to do another 3 minutes per side. In the meantime, my cauliflower only has 2 minutes to go. So I'm going to put 3 minutes on the timer. And we're going to just check the cauliflower when it rings in 2 minutes to see how soft it's become. If it's become soft enough, we can take it off the heat and keep it covered. If you're not going to do it in the food processor right away, keep it covered. One trick, I'm going to move you guys down. I don't need to do anything with the garlic that you see right here other than take a tablespoon or a teaspoon out of it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take the cream cheese. I can figure out how to open this. There we go. And like I said, you're not going to use the entire stick of cream cheese because we're using the Boursin's cheese. But what you do want to do is you want to cut the cheese into more bite-sized pieces. And I'm just going to use a fork since I didn't bring a knife out. And that's all you really need to do is just to crumble it so that it blends nicely. Now with the cream cheese, we're just going to cut about 1/4 or about 2 ounces. I might need a little bit more. I might need, well, I don't need any less. That should be more than enough. So in 15 seconds, we're going to check this for doneness. I'm going to stop the video for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. The timer just timed. I'm going to take my knife. And this is getting there. I'm going to give it 1 more minute to go, and then it will be done. So I've got 18 seconds left on the grill. I'm going to go flip the pork chop and I'll be right back. Okay, my timer just beeped for the cauliflower and I'm going to pull it off of the heat source because it does not need to cook anymore. But I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to let it stay in the steam of water. And you can always dump out the water if you're fearful that you're going to overcook your vegetable. Dump out the water, but keep the lid closed on top of your cauliflower. And my pork chops are almost done. I'm just going to do 2 minutes on the sides and get the cauliflower ready for its next process. So I'm just grabbing a couple of spoons and forks. So for this part, it's relatively easy to do. What we're going to do is we're going to take about that much garlic and just put that at the bottom of your food processor. And I'm going to move you guys down. I put a little bit more actually in because we do like the garlic. Now, if you're one that does not like cheese, you can put Parmesan cheese in this and it makes it a little bit more body. But this is optional. You don't have to add cheese if you don't want to. We like it because it adds a little bit more of flavor. To the cauliflower. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to get this cream cheese ready. And I'm going to use about that much cream cheese. Let me go turn my pork chops really fast. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Like I said, I'm just putting the cream cheese at the bottom. And what we're going to do is take our cauliflower And we're just going to put it on the top like that. Now I'm going to put the lid on. You noticed I didn't add the worsens right away. I'm just going to pulse this for a couple of minutes just to get it going. And now that that's gone, I'm going to add our cheese mixture. And you can certainly add Parmesan cheese to this if you want. You can add almost any type of cheese to this if you want a cheesier cauliflower. So now that that's in, we're going to do it on high for just a couple of minutes to blend it. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper to this. And I'm going to pulse it again. You might be wondering why I didn't add any salt. Well, the cheese actually does have salt in it. So I'm going to give this a little bit of a taste. And it just needs a little bit of salt. And just gonna give it a little bit of taste again. And that's perfect. And that is our smashed cauliflower. I'm going to grab our pork chops off the grill and we're going to be eating. So thank you for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow for another Cooking with Joel video. So before I wrap up the video, I thought I'd come and show you how everything looks when it's being served. I'm going to flip you guys down. That's our smashed cauliflower with our pork chop and our garden salad over there. This one's mine. My husband already is eating his downstairs, but that's what it should look like. I didn't have to use actually any chicken stock. If you use chicken stock, like I said, use it very, very lightly. And it's usually better to use the chicken stock if you're making a lot of cauliflower, if you're doing more than one head of cauliflower. You really don't need it, though. If you put enough cheese in, it will actually smooth it out and make it look like mashed potatoes. Your kids will love it. And if you don't tell them it's cauliflower, they actually will surprise you and they'll eat a vegetable that tastes really good. So I hope you guys will do this recipe with at least the smashed cauliflower. The pork chop's self-explanatory. If you know how to grill, you know how to grill a pork chop. Same with the steak or lamb chop. Tomorrow we're going to be doing probably chicken salad. We're just going to have to start eating a little bit lighter. I am going to be making lamb chops sometime this week, but I have enough videos for that. I will show you, though, how to do the Brussels sprouts in a different way than you're used to. So tune in to see that video. That'll be a great video. So thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave me a comment if you enjoyed this. Tell me how much you liked it, because I look forward to doing new videos every week with you guys on new recipes and stuff. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Have a great night. I'll see you on the next Cooking with Joel video.